Do you know most entrepreneurs believe something that sounds completely logical? Revenue equals income. You sell something for $10,000, so you made $10,000, right? Actually, wrong. This small misunderstanding is one of the most common financial mistakes in business. A company can make 1 million in revenue, 1 million, and still lose money.
Huh?
Today, we answer one simple question. What is the real difference between revenue and income? Hello, I'm Danny A from Accounting 123. Let's keep this very simple. Two terms, two very different meanings. Revenue, this is all money received from customers. Before any costs, before salaries, before rent, before taxes. Revenue is just the starting point. It tells you how much you sold, not how much you kept. Income. This is what remains after all expenses are paid. Think of it like a funnel. Revenue pours in at the top, expenses narrow it down, and what comes out the bottom is your income. Top line. At the top of the funnel. This is the revenue, how much you sold, and bottom line, income. How much you kept at the bottom of the funnel. Revenue shows how much you sold. Income shows how much you kept. And this is where most people go wrong. I made $20,000 this month. What they really mean? They generated $20,000 in revenue. This is the most common mistake in small business finance. People celebrate revenue numbers without understanding what actually ends up in their pocket. The real question is, how much of that money actually stayed in the business? Revenue can look impressive, while income can be very small. This gap is where businesses get into trouble. These $20,000 are the total money generated from sales and services. And what is left as income, $2,400, is the actual money left after all expenses. Let's look at a real example. A small marketing agency, 1 month, real numbers. This month, clients paid you $10,000. $10,000, this is your revenue. Total payments received from clients this month. But now, the expenses start. Every business has costs. Let's count them. Expense breakdown. First, expense category, salaries, amount, $3,000. Advertising, $2,000. Software, $1,000. Rent, $1,000. Total expenses, $7,000. So what is the income? This 10,000 revenue minus expenses, 7,000, equals to $3,000. This is your income. The actual profit that stays in the business after all costs are paid. Time for quiz. Let's test what you learned. Test your understanding of the difference between revenue and income with a real-world scenario. Okay, you have 50,000 revenue, total sales generated, and you have 45,000 expenses, costs to operate. What is your income? What is left after that? 1,000 think what's the income in this scenario. Think about it. Take a moment to consider the calculation before revealing the answer. And the answer is 5,000. 5,000. Now look at this carefully and understand what it means for your business. The profit margin reality. Revenue, 50,000. This is what you sold, the total activity in your business. And the income is only 5,000. This is what you kept, only 10% of revenue. Revenue looks huge, income tells you the truth. The profit margin is just 10%. This is the reality of business. Why this difference matters? Revenue, only focus. Many businesses focus only on revenue growth without tracking what it costs to generate those sales. Then the hidden costs come. They ignore the expenses that eat always at profits: overhead, materials, labor, and operational costs. Real health. Income is the true measure of business health and sustainability. How to use this in real life? 3 essential questions every business owner should ask regularly to track financial health. First, question number 1. How much revenue did we generate? Track total sales across all products and services for the period. Second question. What are the total expenses? Add up all costs: materials, labor, rent, utilities, marketing, and overhead. And the third key question, what income is left at the end? Calculate what remains after expenses. This is your true profit. Revenue shows activity. Income shows whether the business is actually working. Remember this. Revenue, this is what you sold. Income, what you kept. You can download the cheat sheet which summarizes everything in one PDF page, and you can find the link in the description below. Coming up next, the difference between profit and cash flow. A business can be profitable and still run out of cash. Learn why in the next video. This is accounting 1, 2, 3. Simple, clear, no drama.